you love the tempo of your practice here as you get set for what will be a high-tempo opening tomorrow night?
Well, we like to start. We stopped and did a lot of walkthroughs on some situations, and that kind of slows practice down. But we expected that, and that's why we did them at the end of practice versus doing the beginning of practice. And there's always that question marks. Did you go through everything? Did you do enough of this, or did you do enough of that? And now tomorrow's the real thing, and our group has practiced at a pretty high tempo here through training camp. Our work ethic has been strong. We've demonstrated that we can skate, and that's what we have to continue to build on.
You have guys in Cozen.
I don't really remember it. It's a long time ago. It was in Maple Leaf Gardens, I know that. And I think the first exhibition game was more nerve-wracking because you hadn't wore the uniform, or you hadn't been in that environment. And an exhibition game in this market is very close to an NHL game. I think I was more nervous for that. I think that's what you try to do, is through the exhibition games and through training camp, get the nervousness out of your group and get your group performing at the level they're comfortable with and they have confidence in what they do.
Do you talk to Percy or Brendan at all about what to expect tomorrow and what their emotions are like, just to kind of have a little chat with them before the season opener?
My advice to them, and it's always been the same, is do what you do best. Don't do anything, try to do anything special. Things will happen at a quicker pace. Just keep it simple. And we have that old KISS method, keep it simple, stupid.
How much of a surprise is it to you personally to see a guy like Cozen make it? When you consider, if I would ask you a month ago about him, at least for opening night making?
I think it would be, somewhat of a surprise. That we can't hide the fact that, a 25-year-old is now spent 3/4 of a season with the Marlies and now is taking the jump into the NHL. And obviously, he's done a lot in that short period of time to impress people in our organization. And the one thing that he has demonstrated from day one, that he's going to have that dogged work ethic, and his speed is definitely very noticeable. It was noticeable at the American Hockey League level, and now the true test is going to come if that speed's going to be as noticeable at the NHL level against bigger, stronger, faster players.
Randy, have you been pleasantly surprised at how few goaltending questions you've gotten during the preseason here this year?
I didn't know there was any questions to ask, so that's the way I dealt with it. We always answer the questions as honestly as we possibly can, and we felt that we were doing that in all the situations, and that hasn't changed. I think it's you guys that finally have decided maybe to stop asking them.
Can I ask one?
You can ask whatever you want. Cause
Randy, have the expectations at all changed for Bernier this season?
I think, again, we talked about Bernie when we've talked about Rhymes, and we've talked about our goaltending on numerous points through my time here. And it can't be a flashpoint for your organization that everything goes through your goaltender. Obviously, that's the focal point when they're the last line of defense, but we've had A-quality goaltending from both of our goaltenders, and when they should be proud of what they've been able to accomplish for our team in the situations that we've put them in.
How close to the whiteboard that you had in August?
I would say it is not all that much different. Obviously, there's surprises. Those people were on the board, but they were probably not in the group that we have today. That's as simple as I could put it. And that's a tribute to those players. But we said from day one that we were going to change the way we were approaching with 9 forwards, and we might even have 12 forwards now that fit into a lot of parts are interchangeable. It has created competition. It's created competition within our group, and we think that's healthy. And we have a lot of options available to us if we're not happy or people are not performing to the level they're capable of or the level we think they're capable of, then we have the option of putting somebody else in there.
What is your outlook like, Randy, at the start of the year?
You're always nervous, and you're always looking, did we do enough of this? Did we do enough of that? Will we play to the level of we're capable of? Will we skate? You're always looking, and you're always in that, did you do enough? Could we have done more? And once the games get going, then you kind of lose that, and then you move on to the next one's the most important one. between today and tomorrow, tomorrow will be the most important one.
Talking about Kozun, you've been talking about speed a lot. Who will it be? Maybe the key ingredient of your team now, speed?
Well, we think that we have a group that can skate, but they have to get the puck, and we have to make sure that we worked hard enough to take away time and space when the opposition has the puck to get it back and then transition. We always believed that this team could do that, and we have probably a greater number of players that are fitting that mold now than we did before.
Would you rather open at home against Montreal or on the road against Carolina? Something distracting?
I don't know. It's always special when you play the Montreal Canadiens. The Toronto-Montreal matchup is one that the networks have dreamt up for ever since I've been here. So it always seems to be the first game of the year, and it's a great way to kick off the season. And with two established original 6 franchises that have been around for a long time, there's a lot of history there, and it's another opportunity for us to show what we can do. And I'm sure Montreal's looking at it the same way, and they're saying, well, all the pressure's on us because they're at home. You know, we don't have to put on a show. We're not at home. All those things that the coaches use and as stimulation and as motivation for your team. And we've taken on the mantra that we know the pressure's on us, accept it, enjoy it. Let's just go out and do what we do best.
Have you assigned your alternate captains yet?
We have a list, and it won't be that much different. We have to add one. Dion will obviously be the captain. Loops will be an assistant. And with Jay McClement moving on, we have to fill that, I guess you would say, the 3rd and 4th assistant, the 3rd and 4th captain type of thing. And we'll do that off of our list here this afternoon.